All right, so for your first assignment in Chapter 9, I am going to work you through 9.5a, which is on page 412 in your text. Your assignment is going to be 9.5b. I don't know, did I say 9.4 or 9.5? 9.5a today, 9.5b is your assignment. So we'll be on page 412 today. So we're looking at Gomez Company, who sells electrical supplies on a wholesale basis. Okay, so we're looking at their balances as of April 1st. They've already been recorded in the general ledger. So the following transactions took place. So we're just going to go through each one of these here. So on April 1st, get situated here. Sold merchandise on account to Myers Company. Says invoice 761, $570.40. So the way this is going to look is we are going to say April 1st, we had our invoice 761. Our customer's name was Myers Company. Okay, when we're doing something like this, we're just, your sales journal don't have individual accounts or post references, so we're just going to go ahead and put a check mark in here. I'm not going to dig around for my check mark, so I'm just going to go ahead and use an X for today. And then our balance will be $570.40. I'm going to make this column a little bit bigger here, if I can. There we go. Make my numbers a little bit bigger. There we go. So, very simple. One transaction. Okay, in our sales journal. So when we're done with this, which isn't going to happen yet today, we're going to post the total in two different spots. You can notice it'll go into accounts receivable. It'll go into sales. We'll worry about those steps later. Okay, April 5th. Sold merchandise on account to L.R. Foster. Okay, invoice 762 for $486.10. So it's going to look the same. 762. Our company's name is L.R. Foster Company. Post reference is going to be our X, and our amount was $486.10. All right, on the 6th. So here we're changing a little bit. We issued a credit memo to Myers Company for merchandise return for $40.70. So, when there is a return issued, that has to go in the general journal. So we're going to jump down here to our general journal, and we're going to put in our April 6th. And again, I'm going to go ahead and make my numbers bigger here. And I have an extra column in here. So ignore this column. I will fix it for you for your assignment. I think it just carried over from up there. Okay, and we are going to use that account that was just introduced to us called Sales Returns and Allowances. Right, and we're going to credit that $40.70. Or sorry, we're going to debit that $40.70. Okay, so again, we have to do two entries in our general journal, so I'm going to space over. This is an accounts receivable because they had originally charged this item. And I'm going to put a slash in here because it's from Myers Company. Okay, so we credit the same amount, $40.70. So we're done with the 6th. On the 10th, we sold merchandise on account to Diaz Hardware. So we're going to pop back up here, just like we've been doing. On the 10th, our invoice number is 763. And the amount was $293.35. 14th, same situation, sold merchandise on account to Brooks and Bennett. So we will enter in our date, which is the 14th. Invoice 764 in the amount of $640.16. $17, sold merchandise on account to Powell and Reyes. So we'll stay up here in our sales journal. Invoice 765. In the amount of $582.12. So you can see the sales journal is actually really easy to do your entries in. All right, so again on the 21st, we're going to issue another credit memo to Brooks and Bennett for merchandise return. So again, we have to pop back down here to our general journal. Our date is the 21st. So we are going to use our sales returns and allowances along with our accounts receivable / this time it was Brooks and Bennett. So we debit our sales returns and allowances for $68.44. Credit, oops, I'm in the wrong spot, sorry guys. On the 24th, sold merchandise on account to Ortiz Company. Invoice 766. $652.87. Almost done here. 26. Sold merchandise on account to Diaz Hardware. So one more entry up here. So Diaz, you're going to have to wait.
Turn it off?
That's fine. All right, and then, nope, I need that, Grady. Please don't turn that off, or I'm going to lose what I'm doing. All right, one more here on the 30th, one more credit memo. So practicing kind of the same thing repetitively here on the 30th. Our sales, returns, and allowances. Accounts receivable. Diaz Hardware. And the credit memo was issued for $98.50. So we debit sales, returns, and allowances. We credit our accounts receivable, Diaz Hardware. So here now we have to come back up to the 30th. We're going to go ahead. We're going to total. I am going to use my Excel skills, and I am going to do my total this way. So our total for our sales journal should be $4,063.19.